Hi, everyone.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to Heart Centered Tarot. As usual, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. And it's Thursday at a new time. We have Valerie, no, other way. There we go.
Yes, here I am.
Val from Dragonfly Crystals. And this is Messages for Lightworkers. So we're hoping that this new time is going to be a little more beneficial to some of the people who are in the Eastern time zones, and sometimes you got a choice. You can go to bed or you can watch us. Well, yeah, I'm going to bed. I'm going to catch you on the rerun, right?
All right.
So yeah, so there we go. And welcome, D Rose, and welcome to everyone that's in here that's not saying hello, that's lurking. Hi, lurkers. I see you. It's okay.
I was one for many years.
Yeah. So, Val and I were discussing what we were going to talk about today. And as always, our guides are communicating to each other. And it feels like all we have to do is show up and they'll tell us what to do.
Just about. That's about it.
Just about. So, yeah, I am a little under the weather with this cold. So I am chewing on hulls. I've got water. I've got something warm. I'm going to try to get through this without, sort of hucking up a lung or whatever. We can do this. And I'm sure that the breathing exercises are going to help. Because that's one of the things that both our guides had wanted to discuss today was the power of breath. The beauty of being able to breathe yourself to a higher plane. And it's so easy. We do it all the time, right?
Yep.
We all breathe.
Mm-hmm.
We all breathe. And this is some ways that we can elevate that breath to serve us on a spiritual level. So, Val, why don't you take it over for a little while I do my thing here?
Okay. Well, my guides reminded me that as you breathe, like when you chant, for instance, as you prepare to meditate, you might do the Om. And as you do Om, it's your whole breath. It's a whole exhale. Then you inhale again and you start over. And by the time you're done with that breath, doing it, 50 times, whatever, you feel yourself shifting to a different level of consciousness, a different vibration. It just happens just from the breath. Well, also Om is like divine source. It's like calling in divine source. But that breath levels you to a vibration of a higher vibration of light and information. It absolutely sends you to a higher plane of consciousness and grounds you. And at the same time, you're aligning yourself without having to do much of anything when you do that. Yep. And also, my guides wanted to make sure that we keep our hearts open as much as we can, as often as we can. In fact, they really want us to never close our heart chakra. Exactly. And so the breath work can be used to expand the heart chakra and keep it open. Breathing that breath into the heart chakra and expanding it. Whenever you feel tense or stressed or you feel like you're shutting down, breathe right directly into that chakra and expand it. What do you have, Marina, as far as
Absolutely. And it's, do you want me to retell my story?
Sure. I think your story's fantastic. I love that story.
Okay.
It's not a story, it's the truth.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's the story of life.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I had this weekend, I had gotten together with my tarot group, and I was giving this one fellow who had come in for a reading. I was giving him a reading, and I'm blowing my nose and I'm coughing and I'm doing all kinds of things, and I'm, drinking water and I'm drinking coffee and everything to get it going, and it just really, really wasn't doing it. And so after the reading, one of my fellow club members came by, and she is a fantastic lady. She does like ley lines and land clearing and that kind of stuff. So she took out her pendulum and she said, "Okay, let's see if we can't do some breath work with this." And so I closed my eyes, and she is telling me, "Okay, just take a deep breath. Okay, exhale," and so on. Anyway, the coughing ceased immediately, like it was gone. And as I was kind of doing the breathing and the breath work, I had a memory of something that happened in my early childhood. I was about 6 or 7, sometime in there, where my sister and my cousin and I were on our way to a particular destination that we were allowed to go to. They carried on ahead. I stopped because I saw a group of older kids, older boys, who had they had built a fort with some tree branches that had fallen down due to a recent storm. And they had kind of made an igloo out of it. So, excuse me. I think I'm going to have to work on this release for a little while. Yeah. So anyway, I decided that I wanted to go inside and see what the inside of this was like. And so I'm, child, obviously small. I'm inside. I fit. Okay. I'm looking around. This is great. When all of a sudden there's banging on the outside, and I can't figure out what it is. So I crawl out of the little opening, and here was one of another older boy who had joined the group. He wasn't there initially. He had an axe and he was trying to chop down these trees. And in that moment, I became painfully aware of the finality of death, and that due to no fault of my own or his, this was an opportunity for a horrible accident to happen and I could be dead.
Yeah, man, that is just an older boy with an axe and a small child in an igloo that isn't supposed to be there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's a recipe for something to happen that would have been a tragic accident, because, anyway, I couldn't tell anyone what had happened because I wasn't supposed to be there. I was supposed to be with my sister and my cousin someplace else. So it's been years and years of many, many years of kind of holding this inside and not being able to express it until this weekend. Finally, boom, it was expressed. And it did feel very, very good to be able to express
and it came up a vision. You just saw it.
Yes.
While you were doing breath work and,
Exactly.
and expanding into whatever it is you were supposed to let go.
Yeah.
That's what showed up. And you probably hadn't thought about it in years.
No, I hadn't.
And boom, it was a trauma, a big trauma to release.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely it was.
Yeah.
So that's, the power of breath. I think that's when we raise ourselves to you know, to that higher consciousness where our guides can come in and communicate, right? Where they can send us messages and pictures or memories or whatever and say, okay, you know what? You can deal with this now.
Yeah, that's
So,
exactly right. And you may not realize it because we don't think breath. That's something you have to do because you're living. But you know what? There is something sacred in the breath. The breath
yes.
is a mystical and sacred thing, not to be
Yeah.
discounted in any way, shape, or form for the
No.
magical things you can do for yourself spiritually with that sacred breath. And even when
Absolutely.
if you meditated for a while, if you've meditated for a long time, you get to a point where when you're breathing, or even if you're chanting Om, whatever you do, you end up in this place where you get, I call it the minty breath, where you get to this plane of consciousness where it is like nirvana. It's, and I call it the minty breath. It's almost like
Yeah.
you stop breathing, cease to breathe, and you're in this place, state.
Yeah.
And that is really a pretty powerful thing that you did, getting there with your breath. And you cease to breathe. It's like it is breathing you, or you don't breathe. It just, and you don't need to breathe. I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah.
That is a magical place. But you can get there just by doing, you know, doing Om or whatever your chanting might be, or whatever your breathing technique is. I suggest chanting Om because it is the perfect, very simple, out, and in, out and in. And that vibration of Om is just unbelievably powerful.
It is.
Yeah.
It
So
is. Absolutely.
and you can take it with you. You can go anywhere with it.
I know.
It's free.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't charge you extra when you take it with you on the plane.
Also, you know, Marina, with you sharing that story that happened to you and how you were able to release that trauma and are releasing layers of it, it reminds us that when we get visions of something like that, of a trauma we experienced, look around and see what you're doing at the moment when you're having this, because something is coming into your awareness to be released. If you haven't thought of something in a long time and it was some painful experience, that is something that may be there for you to let go of. And you can do that through the breath, by breathing into that and releasing.
Absolutely.
Breathing and releasing. Just think of it that way. And we're much more powerful than we really realize we are, because you can breathe and release things like that trauma. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And why, you know, why is it that when we are giving first aid to someone and you're doing mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, why do they call that the breath of life?
They call it the breath of life. It is a spiritual breath. It's very powerful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me just say hi to Showwoman and Bora Bora and Rose Blue and D Rose, Captain Morgan. We've got a few, excuse me.
Viviani.
Sorry, and who else?
Viviani.
Oh, Viviani, of course.
Yeah. And I think you got everyone else. Bora Bora. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching. It's really, these are simple things that are the most powerful, simple things you could ever imagine. These seem like small little things, but yet they can shift you like nobody's business. I mean, it can change your life. These tiny little things that don't cost any money.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know, all the reminds me of all the times when, you know, as a child you get excited about things.
Yeah.
And you start to tell someone and it's like, and then this happened and that happened. And when people say, stop, take a breath. take a breath, take a deep breath. So, yeah, there's a lot to it.
A lot to it.
Yeah. Rose Blue says, wish I could release my tinnitus that way. Oh,
That's something you might try, is to do, hold it in your mind and do some deep, breaths to release that, and see if you can work on it. And it may not happen all at once, but, if you continue to breathe light, it's almost like breathing light. Imagine breathing white light into something. That's like when I was talking about breathing into the heart center to expand it. See, like the breath of white light going into your heart, and keep that heart open is never let it close if you can. That's what the guides are saying, and I've read it recently in numerous places.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that, anything having to do with the Archangel Michael Speaks book, every single one, they say, welcome, you're welcome in this space. Okay. Breathe deep, bring yourself in focus, in center, in alignment, with the creative, and be ready to receive the Christ consciousness. Right. And it's all based on the breathing. So this is something that, in the fact that both of us, out of all the things that we could have chosen to talk about today, breathing, take a breath.
We don't talk in advance, and we come backstage and we say, oh, well, this is what, and we're like, what?
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. Yeah. Val started to tell me about, with her guides, and the way, that they want to talk about that, the heart chakra and the heart centeredness and the breathing and I'm just like, huh? That's fine. Okay. I got the memo on breathing.
You got the memo.
Yeah. So
our guides are talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, this is their show. We're just instruments to.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. We're just the messengers, right?
The messengers.
Yeah, exactly. So, one of the things that, as you're talking about doing the meditation, I know that there are several channels on YouTube, and I can't remember the one that I usually go to, but there is one, and it's monks, and they are chanting Om Mani Padme Hum.
Oh, Mani Padme Hum. Yeah, that's a Tibetan chant, and
I can put that on.
It's powerful.
Yeah, close my eyes, and I swear to you, I am transported
to another plane of existence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because when something in the resonance of all those voices doing it just is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally know what you're talking about. Yeah, that is a wonderful Tibetan chant.
Mm-hmm. So if anybody is out there and you're thinking about, what's in this chanting, does it have anything to offer or whatnot, find one of these channels that has the chanting, and everyone is drawn. They're chanting the same thing, but in different ways, and everyone is drawn to whatever it is that's going to help them personally.
Exactly.
So whatever one you're drawn to, go in there, set a timer, okay, for 10-15 minutes, whatever you think. And then just listen to it. Just be in that sound. Just close your eyes and be in that sound and breathe with the sound. And I will guarantee you that
you'll be in the same. You'll be vibrating to a different vibration.
Exactly.
And it's the same thing like you were playing Tibetan, doing the Tibetan bowl or doing the bells. And I noticed Rose Blue says she uses earbuds and binaural sound, which is another fantastic thing.
Yeah.
You know, there are great channels that do the frequencies, the hertz frequencies of, oh gosh, why does it escape me now? But they're the vibrations of light, and it for different frequencies or do different things. And if
Oh, yes, yes.
Jason Stevenson, I think his, I subscribe to his channel, and you can listen to that 24/7, and you're, you know, gone from that one.
Yeah,
The
that's like, is that like the Schumann resonance?
Yeah, Schumann, and they also call it Sophio or something like that. So, but yes, it's the Schumann resonance of frequencies.
Yeah,
And,
the megahertz, and they do.
They do.
They do. They're really good for different things.
Yeah, they really are. They really are. So that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Also powerful. And I've had her on my channel before, but Reiki Rachel, her YouTube channel, because she does all this free Reiki for whatever purpose, even general, and it actually does work through the TV. She just makes, she sets her intention, it goes out there, and you receive it. That's all I can say.
And that is, you know what? I accept that gratefully.
Absolutely. You receive it in, you accept it in, and you know that's, everyone can do that or not, but it's one of those free things that are out there.
Exactly. It's what we do to help each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, Amanda Carroll. Yeah, she says, "Hope you're feeling better, Marina. I'm fighting a regular old head cold with big tiredness."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there can be a
high duty. And if I can send you, Amanda, any healing energies, I will gladly share them.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And Mildred Richardson, I can only listen to pure tone frequencies.
Yeah. Sometimes the megahertz frequencies can be irritating to you as you listen to them. They just grate on you, but there's something going on. But you can't listen to them for a real long amount of time because they can, different ones can cause you, you're not comfortable. But for some reason, they do something.
Yeah, they do. When you get on the line,
yeah,
it's really good. I was searching for one time, and I'm not exactly sure how I came across this one, but it was one of the lower frequencies, and I was listening to it, and I could feel it in my stomach.
Yeah,
it felt like all kind of bugs crawling inside, and it was like, okay, no, no, not for me.
Yeah, I find it hard to listen to the super low frequencies, but the higher frequencies seem to be okay. But I know this is something interesting about Cash Peters mentioned on his channel a while back that he took a trip. I don't know where he was going, but he decided to listen to these frequencies. And the whole entire time he was gone, he had earbuds in. Whole time on the bus, wherever he went, he had the earbuds. He said the change in people and how they reacted to him and how he enjoyed himself was enhanced so much that he was shocked. So it did something amazing to his energy and to how people related to him.
I think so.
In a good way.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So let's see.
Okay.
Oh, note C during gong and sound bowls, throat chakra. I've coughed hard before. Yeah. It can, loosen up the throat chakra. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is a good thing. Getting
Yeah.
that heart chakra, the throat chakra open is
Yeah.
really important. And you know what? It's starting to make me want to cough.
Exactly. Exactly. No, I've
Talking about it. It's
I
making my
absolutely get it, and I think that part of the reason that this cough is still with me, even though okay, that I've recognized the trauma, I've identified it, we've named it, and so on, was that keeping it quiet for so long went so deep that it's going to take more than just a couple little coughs to it
Right.
because I mean, without sounding gross, there's a lot of phlegm. I see that as a lot of
Stuff you're getting rid of.
Yeah.
Stuff
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
expelling from your body
Exactly.
on all levels.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So while I'm not enjoying it, I am grateful for the opportunity to be rid of it, and hopefully when it's gone, and that's that. So,
amen to that.
yeah. Alrighty. Thunderstorm cover.
Yeah, I am a wild woman. When I hear thunder and lightning and rain, love it. I feel healed.
Yeah.
It's like my happy place.
I know. Yeah, I know. There's a friend of mine who was originally from Newfoundland, and they have their own little dialect in Newfoundland. And every once in a while, it would come out in conversations we were having, and particularly when it came to thunder, because we lived in the same city, and we coffeed back and forth. And when the bad weather would come in, she'd call me and she'd say, "Did you hear the thunder? You hear it?" And I'd say, "Yes, I did." Yeah, you heard the thunder. Yes. And both of us, like fools, it's like, big clap of thunder. Yay!
Thunder is so magical.
Yeah.
I can't even get enough of it. Why is that? What is it? I don't know. I actually go out in my backyard where it's covered. I have a covered area, and I sit out there and I listen for it, and I wait for the lightning and thunder. I just love that so much. Yeah.
Oh, this is good. Amanda's oregano tea.
Yeah,
I'm going to try that.
I've done it. It can be really helpful. And even oregano oil, I wouldn't take it in the mouth, but oregano oil is supposed to be good too for things.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Okay. And taking deep breaths will make you cough from the diaphragm.
That's true.
Done. I'm going to get off of here, and I'm absolutely going to try all those. Just, I'm sure that I have bulk oregano. I'm sure that I have it here. So, and I've got my little tea infuser, just put a little bit in there.
Right.
Absolutely. I'm going to give that a try.
That's awesome.
I'm going to give that a try. Yeah.
I was just going to say, maybe next week we can do a few clips of people chanting Om Mani Padme Hum or Om whatever, and show people that mesmerizing sound, just soundbite clips of that, because really, unless you have experienced it, you really don't know the resonance of people's voices together with those sacred sounds.
Exactly.
Just, Hi, Sharon Sipe.
Hello, Sharon.
Anyway, it's pretty mesmerizing, but I'm glad we talked about breath, and I'm glad you had your experience to share, because I think that's really important to realize we can release traumas that we've been holding on from childhood.
Yeah.
Using our breath, and it can help us to clear everything. I mean, more than we even realize, maybe even things that we don't have the vision of, but it is just blanket releasing traumas and things. So yeah, it's good to remember.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And there's, you know, when I when I think about it, there are so many other things that went along with not just that trauma, but
Yeah,
you know, the not being able to tell anyone because, you know, it would have meant that I would have disappointed my parents who had trusted me, that I would have gone with the other two, and I didn't. And I should have had enough faith, you know, to go to them and say, yeah, I know I shouldn't have, but I did.
yeah.
Right.
Because
So
you had to carry that secret.
Yes.
And you had to carry that secret trauma of something that almost killed you.
Yeah.
So that's pretty big.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We need our parents' support growing up, and we need their counsel and them to go, oh, it's going to be okay, or you're grounded. No.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, there's a lot of things to kind of unpack in there.
Yeah.
And you know what? Well, it's once it's done, right? You can release it and, you know, be the better for it.
And also the verbalizing of the event, the talking it out and expelling all that story that you had kept tightly to yourself is also healing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. One step at a time. And it amazes me. And I don't know why it always amazes me that these things come out in a way that always benefits us and benefits others.
Yeah,
right?
isn't that, yes, yeah.
Here, if that hadn't happened, we might still be talking about breath work, but it would have been on a different level.
Exactly.
Instead of the, you know, dig deep and whatnot. So
yeah, it just shows you how important breath is for healing on so many different levels and as deeply as you can go. And I'm sure we're not even covering this much of what the sacred breath can do, but at least we have you know, the tip of the iceberg we're covering.
exactly.
But it definitely dove deeper with your experience, so we can see the depths of how powerful it is. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Hey, Sherry H.
Hey, Sherry.
Voices from the swamp. There she is.
Yeah.
Nice. So, oh, I had a thought and then poof, it's gone.
Oh,
so
and they'll love it when that happens. No.
Yeah. Like, okay. Well, you know, maybe it wasn't meant for now. Maybe it'll come back later, or whatever.
Crickets. Yeah. Amanda, I like crickets too. That sound at night, you know, that cricket sound.
Yeah.
That's really a cute sound. Really nice. Yeah. I used to love to go to Disneyland. I've never been to Disney World, but I used to go to Disneyland and go to the Pirates of the Caribbean and then go to the Bayou restaurant where it's in a swamp, supposedly, and then you hear crickets. That's fun.
Yeah, that's sounds of nature are always so soothing.
They really
are. Yeah, they're always there, and most of the time we need to stop and listen. Right? And they're kind of like little reminders to just stop, pay attention to the world. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's beautiful things happening here.
Even just watching clouds float in the blue sky is just so healing and mesmerizing. You know, it just makes me happy.
I know.
I am alive. here.
I always see images.
Oh yeah, you can definitely see images, animals, birds.
Oh,
You know.
yeah, absolutely. And it's like, sometimes if we're going out for for a ride or whatnot, just to get out of the city for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And my son is always driving because I think that's great. He can drive. I sit and just kind of watch. And I'm saying, oh look, there's a unicorn. Oh look, there's there's a dinosaur here, and there's that. And he's going, you don't tell this to other people, right, Mom? Like,
My God,
it's just between you and me, right?
oh my goodness, that's how my kids would be. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I call them kids; they're adults, of course. But yeah,
Yeah, my baby
mhm.
will be 41 in March.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
my baby is actually, I think he's turning 49. Yes, 49 or
Oh
yeah, I
my.
think that's right. Yeah, 49. So
Yeah, they're
that just gives you a perspective.
yeah, they're not babies anymore. But
They're
it doesn't matter. A
they're
father
your
will not
baby.
understand this, but a mother will. It doesn't matter how old your kids are; they are your babies.
They are always your
Yeah,
baby.
yeah,
You can be, on your deathbed and they're still your little babies,
yeah,
even when they're in their 70s or
yeah.
whatever.
Because in my mind's eye, and it's that way with my own child, and it's that way with my sister's children.
Mhm.
That yeah, in my mind's eye, I am fully aware of how old they really are,
Mhm.
but I see them as the little children that they were.
Yep.
So,
Yep. That's how it is.
oh,
I have to say, that's how it is. Oh, Aries girl says, Val, no way. You have a, oh, yeah, I do. I am, at the golden age. I am, poor Marina. I'm at the golden age of, I am retired, which tells you something about my age, but I'm even older than that. So, so Allison, yes. Thank
yeah.
you. I do have a son that age. Oh gosh. Fun and games. But I was young when I had my children, but I wasn't that young.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just young at heart, and I
Well,
can't help it. Even when I'm 90, I'll be like a 90-year-old hippie.
I know. I know. I'm reminded of an interview that George Burns did and I don't know if it was like with Larry King or one of those big
Yeah.
ones, but anyway, and he was asked about being booked to perform at Carnegie Hall at 100, and so um, he was asked, well, what do you contribute your great age to, or your longevity or whatnot? And he said, oh no, that's got nothing to do with it. He said, look, how old would you be if you didn't know how old you were?
That's exactly right.
And I thought, yeah.
That's how
uh,
I don't acknowledge an age in my head. I
yeah,
just feel how I feel and go about life how I go about. I
exactly.
still wear my Levi jeans. I still are
Yeah.
dressed in clothes from the Gap. I'm still a teenager.
Absolutely.
I still do everything. I don't age. I
No.
listen to the current music because I don't like to listen to old stuff. So I just don't live in the past. I live in the present moment.
Yep.
And I'm not going to tell you, a bunch of things that just happened from some, whatever time, because I'm already here doing this right now.
Exactly. exactly. So yeah, I'm.
And you know what? That keeps you young and it keeps you happy, to live in the moment, and you're not reliving things. No,
Yes.
I'm not talking about traumas and that kind of thing, because those
Yes.
come up to get released, of
Yes.
course. I'm talking about people who maybe, and I've met them, I have relatives like this who share every story that happened to them, and then they'll share it, they'll cycle it through and share it again and share it again and share.
Hmm.
So you literally, when you visit them, they're living in the past and they're
Yes.
never in the present moment.
Yeah.
So think about that, and you stay
Yeah.
young when you live in the here and now. So
Yeah. Exactly. And that, the how old would you be if you didn't know how old you were? It kind of struck me at that point that 25. I like
yeah, I
25.
would definitely be. I
Yeah,
would not
25.
be even 30. I would be at least maybe in my 20s, maybe
Yeah.
early or mid or late. But yeah, because I'm still excited about things. I get energy to do things, when I'm I have to be, you have to know what excites you and how you get
Yes.
excited. I get
Yeah.
passionate about things that interest me. That's when I
Yeah.
get energy coming in, and I feel energetic to
Yep.
go do something. Otherwise, I can't
Exactly.
lift my finger up off the couch. But
Yeah. And
suddenly I get energy if I'm passionate about something.
yeah.
Like if I was gonna go decorate something, all of a sudden I would have the ability to go buy the paint and paint or whatever.
Throw it in the car, bring it in.
I mean, all of those
Yeah.
things would all of a sudden I would have that energy.
Yeah.
What is that when that happens? That
That
is
is, yeah, that is, yeah, living in the moment. That is not being held back by preconceived notions that, well, come on now, a woman your age, you could break a hip. Then again, maybe I'm just gonna continue dancing for the rest of my life. It's all in how you think. That's why sometimes we come across, I'm sure that you've met some 20, 30-year olds
Mhm.
that are like worse than senior citizens.
Yes,
You
I've
know?
met people in their 40s who look like they're like
Yeah.
65 or 70 and act like it. And I'm like,
Yes.
that doesn't compute with my
I
brain.
know. I know. I know. I am. Yeah. When you meet someone and or
And
you see someone that you haven't seen for a long time and it's, hey, how are you? Hey, don't ask.
that it's all
My head hurts, my knees, I have to go for this, but no, don't.
that's exactly right. It's your mindset. How do you see yourself
Yeah.
and what do you attach to? And when
Yeah.
you're in the now moment, you have none of that. You're just
Yeah.
doing your thing in your spirit. You're flowing with that divine
Yeah.
spirit with your heart open. You're
Yeah.
just doing it. And so when that beautiful light is coming down and you have nothing to stop it, no preconceived boundaries,
Yeah.
you're flowing in that beautiful energy. And that gives you energy to get up and do things,
Absolutely.
but not housekeeping.
Yeah, no, look, let's draw the line, okay? There are some things that just no. I
Ask me
can't tell
how
you
I
how
like to
many
vacuum.
times. Yeah, I've said to Chris when he comes home and he looks around and the place isn't, I mean, it's not dirty, but it's certainly
Yeah,
a little upheaval.
yeah.
And he'll look around and I'll say, listen, you're gonna have to talk to the maid
I'm
because
telling you, the maid is off today.
yeah. Nope, nope, not today. Yeah. Oh, you go ahead. I'm gonna
But
put it on
anyway,
mute for a
yeah.
second.
So, yeah, grocery shopping, Captain Morgan. You got that right. It's like you know what I do? I have my two places, like three actually. I have to go to three places. I do the grocery store, I do Trader Joe's, and I do Costco. And I make my runs. I try and do it all in one day, and I try to make it last for like 3 weeks, maybe a month if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
That's how bad I don't like to go to the grocery store. You know, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
I have life that has to happen here, and that's not one of the things I include in a fun thing.
Yeah.
Except
Grocery shopping, no. But
No.
shopping? No. You're talking different story.
But see, I'm in the digital shopping. I do digital. I'm on Amazon shopping. I don't think I've gone into a clothing store in years.
Yeah.
I'm on buying clothes online. I'm buying, I buy everything online. I don't even know how to get in the car and go to a department store or whatever,
Not anymore.
No.
Yeah, not anymore. Yeah, COVID kind of put a kibosh to a lot of that.
Yeah, that probably started it really for everyone doing more. Amazon is like my second name, Valerie Amazon.com.
Yeah.
Because every other day there's a box coming.
Yeah. There's always. Listen, Chris had bought some Crunch and Munch at the store.
Mm-hmm.
Really good stuff.
Oh yeah, it's sugary yum.
Yeah, exactly. So we went through what he bought. So I went to go get some more, and there wasn't any.
Oh gosh.
So, yeah.
Gosh.
And I thought, okay, no, you can't do this to me.
Just no. It's just no.
Yeah. So I went on Amazon, and they had them by the case, 12 boxes. So it was like, okay, Amazon, deliver me 2 cases.
You are a lady after my own heart, baby.
Yeah,
that's what I solved that problem. Boom, 12 boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
We're okay.
For the next day.
That's right, and it was next day delivery. So
I'm so spoiled. Amazon, it's like, boom.
I know.
You have it. Hit your fingertips.
I know. It's right there. Yeah.
That's why when I want to read a book, I am so spoiled, because if I'm on my iPhone or my iPad, I just get an ebook.
Yeah.
An iBook. Boom. I have it and I'm reading it.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Anyway, we are at 47 minutes.
Okay.
And do you want to pull just a couple cards for the collective?
I just wanted to say one thing Captain Morgan said. Captain Morgan says, for some reason, my clothes do not fold themselves when the dryer is finished.
I have that same problem.
I cannot. I concur. That is a real problem.
I think we need to talk to someone.
It's a problem. It is one of the scientific problems in the universe.
Never mind cancer treatment. It's hold my laundry.
Okay, so we were going to do a community reading.
Yeah, if we can, just kind of for the collective for the next week. Okay. I would love to get into maybe doing some individual things, but honestly, you're like. Yeah, the throat is saying, quit while you're ahead.
Yeah.
So
I think
that's probably what we'll do.
Yeah.
Is quit while we're ahead. And let me see. I'm going to use.
I'm going to use the magical Mermaids and Dolphins.
I have that.
I know you do. You've read it. I've heard you read them, the cards before. They're pretty magical.
Oh my God! Yeah, We've got the same cards.
We got cards that are the same.
Totally. Okay.
Sharon says she has her store at her house. I don't know if you, Sharon, if you mean you bought the whole store and brought it home.
Or
Yeah.
okay, or are we shopping at your house now?
Yeah. You know what I do
do
for
that.
office supplies? I go up and I shop in my husband's man cave because he's got like pens. He's got everything. He's got staples.
Uh-huh.
I can just go shop there.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a reading for the next, what, month or 2
No, let's go for the next week because we'll get together next week.
next week. Because we'll do it again.
Of course we will.
Of course.
And for those of you that are in here, how does this new time work for you? If you can, you know, after we're done, if you could leave a comment and just let us know. Does this time work for you? Is it more convenient for you? Is it easier to come on and see us live and so on? And yeah, and if you can also leave a comment and let us know if there is something in particular that you're interested in having us discuss or get information on or read on or whatnot. You can certainly do that. You can certainly do that. And I have, well, before I forget, as long as I'm on this tangent here, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay. It really helps with if you leave a comment after the show, it somehow helps with the algorithm. Don't ask me how, because that has to do with math, and I was an English major, so you know, math and I don't get along. And down in the description of the show, you'll have the link to Valerie's channel. So make sure that you go over to her channel as well and subscribe over there if you haven't already. Give her a like and, you know, watch her videos and whatnot. So that's that. Yeah.
Thank you.
And if you'd like to get in touch with me to book a personal reading, you can do that. Just send, and again, that'll be in the description below, the information. You just send an email to heartcenteredtarot@outlook.com, and I'll send you all the details. And so
sounds great.
Okay.
I just wanted to say, Sharon says she's got 1 year of food.
Good for you, Sharon.
My husband has like 10 years worth, you know, the big the supply when humanity has its downfall.
Yeah.
He's prepared. He's a Boy Scout.
Yeah. And Sharon, I bet when everyone was doing a run on toilet paper, you sat back and just
I mean, you were just like,
yeah.
I've got minutes, I got toilet paper, I got everything. Okay.
Exactly.
You want me to go?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I got explore your options. This is for the next week. Explore your options. It's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. Explore your options. And then time to move on. So letting go of the old worn out things so new things can come. That can be ideas, thoughts, actually cleaning out your closet and you know, whatever else, and giving it to, you know, charity. It actually releases energy so that you can bring in new things and new energy. Blessed change. So just saying, it goes along with those cards. A major life change brings you great blessings. So even though we might feel a little, you know, distraught over things that may be up in the air in our life from time to time, it's always a blessing at the end of the day when we are sitting in our own energy and we're feeling calm and centered and balanced, and everything is feeling like it's just in just the right place. And I feel like that's how it is. What do you got, Trina?
Perfect. You know what? Yeah, very, very similar.
Oh,
And this is, I pulled these from the Life Purpose Oracle
ooh,
deck, and I got study,
mhm.
which says reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. Then I got support,
Yeah.
which is your life purpose fully supports you. So
Awesome.
you're doing what you should be doing. So just keep it up. And body work, which is your life purpose involves body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training.
As most light workers.
Exactly.
And here's my life purpose oracle cards, because we have the same cards.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then I thought, okay, well, I need to pull one more after that. And I got talk to your angels.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So it said, instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. So yeah, you know what? This is a good time over the next week to get out in nature a little bit. Know that what you're doing, that your guides are supporting you, and that they're there to help you along the way. And do it a little bit of research, do a little bit of study. If there's something that you don't know, don't take someone else's explanation for it. Look it up yourself.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I like those. I think those are just absolutely wonderful.
They are.
Yeah. Thank you, Captain Morgan. And I have 3 or 4 of everything. And when I open something, I have to go to the store and replace it. Sherry H. Yeah, talking about having things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think there's you always feel a little safer.
You do.
Yeah, when you know you're not at the mercy of somebody else.
And
right?
and with the COVID thing and shelves being emptied,
Yes.
it kind of put us in a mindset to gather a few more things together and keep a supply. So even I am still in that mode. So
Exactly.
yeah.
We take care of ourselves. We take care of those around us, right? So
absolutely.
Anyway, thank you all for being here. We're at almost an hour, 58 minutes.
Yep, you made it for an hour. Thank you, Maria.
For an hour. You're very welcome.
Even though you aren't, feeling the best, you still gave us your good energy.
You know what? I'm there. I'm a team player.
You really are.
So, all right, everybody, be good, and we'll see you. We'll see you again next Thursday on Val's channel, and next Wednesday at 7 p.m. I'll be on with John from MASSALIA Astro Tarot to make up the class, or to make up the thing that we didn't do yesterday because there was just no way I was going to do it. So anyway, all right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.